Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are also going to take a look at this, a new Castellan Crowe model, which honestly I did not see coming. I mean, to be honest, I probably should have done, because they talked about the Grey Knights getting their Codex, and it makes sense that if they're going to do a Grey Knights Codex, they will do a character to go alongside it, so maybe shouldn't be all that shocked, but it just seemed to kind of come out of nowhere. And, I mean, I'll tell you what, let's just quickly go through the preamble. So, recently announced that a new Grey Knights Codex is on the way. This secretive Silver Order is led by extraordinary champions, warriors so incorruptible as to stare down the most terrifying creatures of the warp without blinking. One is so fastidious in his faith, good word, excellent use of the word fastidious there, that he's allowed to carry a demonic blade to battle. Chaos incursions across the galaxy take note. Castellan Crowe is back. That's some cool artwork. I do like that artwork. It looks cool. So Crowe leads the Purifier Order of the Grey Knights, a group of Space Marines incredibly resistant to the temptations of the Dark Gods. And as the head of the Purifiers, Crowe is thought to be all but immune to the corruption of chaos. A character with such a resilient soul deserves a new model. That's a cool model. That's a pretty cool model. I like the... I don't think on the original he had that kind of, like, string of bolts, did he? From the gun to his back. The cape is nice. It's not too overblown, but it looks good. There's a nice amount of ornamentation, but it's no more over the top than Grey Knights normally get, I feel, although that massive buck obviously adds quite a bit. And the sword, of course, adds a fair amount as well. Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's pretty nice. The only thing that's getting me isn't the whole point of the sword. If I remember right, the sword, it's like a full-on chaos blade, and it whispers to him constantly, and he just uses it as a normal sword. He doesn't use its power, he doesn't gain any strength from it, he just carries it round and uses it like a normal sword, because it means someone else isn't using it to become a disgusting heretic chaos champion. I thought that was kind of what the idea was, so it's a bit surprising to see the sword like giving off this purple smoke, which I know there's going to be a few aren't going to be entirely happy about that just because of it being like a sculpted on flame texture. I tend to not mind it. I think it looks okay. But yeah, overall this is pretty cool. I mean, I feel like the scale. I feel like they're closer to that's closer to like true scale in it. That's definitely been kind of bulked up lengthwise in terms of the legs. The torso feels longer as well. His bare head is actually pretty cool. That I'll give him that one. That's a decent head. I'd still go for the helmet personally, but then again, the Grey Knight helms are just they're so iconic. They're so good. I would want to use them anyway. But yeah, that's a cool model. Do we have any further information? So yeah, there's glow up with oh nice. Okay, they've done a side by side. We'll take a look at that. So as they say, a library's worth of purity seals and a hip mounted novel. I don't think it's going to be a novel, is it? It's probably going to be something a bit more I don't know, relevant to him. It's not going to be just a copy of the Lord of the Rings he's carrying around with him. It's bound to be a favourite with painters, probably. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We've got the original next to the new one. I feel like he has been scaled up slightly. It's a little difficult to tell because he's on a bigger base. The base is the base is bigger by quite a bit. What size was he on originally? Is that a 3? Is that a 32? Or is that a 20? No, that's not going to be a 25, is it? Is that a 32? Which means he's gone up a size. He has got that kind of scenic base going on. He is technically standing on a rock, but it's not 1 foot on a rock. It's just a bit of rocky floor, so I feel like we can let them off for that one. It's not a full-on rock. Nice big chaos symbol on the floor there, just embedded into the ground. Yeah, it definitely feels like he's been scaled up a little bit. I think not overly so. I don't think he's going to stand out and look like really weird next to other Grey Knight models. I don't think it's like excessively upscaled, but he definitely has just better proportions, I feel. The torso is like... The torso seems longer. Also, you get a better idea of it due to the pose. A lot of the chest on the old one, as you can see, is properly like hidden by him holding the blade in both hands. Also, yeah, we can see that on the old Stormbolter, he's got a clip as opposed to it being like a belt-fed thing. I like that change, though. I like the change to the new one. That's fun, yeah. It's obviously very faithful to the old version of the armour. I like the fact that he's got the tilt shield on the shoulder. That's nice because so much of the Grey Knight stuff does have that. So actually having that is, yeah, I like that addition. That's nice. The addition of the Psyker's hood as well is good. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that looks pretty decent. You might be able to shave off some of that stuff on the sword, maybe. Might be a little bit tricky. I quite like it though. I do quite like it. But then again, it's kind of got a bit of a Nighthaunt feel to me. And I like all of the... Well, I say all. Most of the stuff for the Nighthaunt that looks like that. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that too much. They've kept some of the... Yeah, they've kept the kind of engravings on the shins the same by the look of it. It looks like the ones across the chest are different. I forget what the engravings on the shins are across all the Grey Knights. It might be that they're all the same. I can't remember, but yeah, it's a nice kind of update. It's a nice update to the sculpt. I will say the purity seals especially. It feels like those look a lot better on the new one. They look a lot more dynamic and a lot more like their own thing as opposed to being kind of melded into it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I do like that. That's some nice work. So as you can see, Crowe still wields the Black Blade of Antweir. It whispers, cajoles and screams, promising undreamt power in a voice only he can hear, and it doesn't have a mute button. It is a curse only Crowe can endure, but the risks are worth it. The sword is deadlier than ever. Okay, so maybe I've just got that out of nowhere. Did I just get that out of nowhere, the idea that he doesn't actually harness the power of the sword, he just uses it as a normal sword? Then again, I suppose the sword would have some innate power of its own, whether or not you actively tapped into it. It's a demonic blade. So, yeah, okay. That's probably just my own messing up of the lore, which happens often, frankly. There's a lot of it, come on. So, yeah, there we go. So Castellan Crowe and the new Grey Knights Codex are available soon, so it looks like he's going to be like the sole release for it. Okay. Yeah, no, he looks good. Next to the others, I mean, he's got the advantage of the height given by the platform there. I think if you did take that platform away from him, he would definitely be taller by quite a bit, wouldn't he? Yeah, actually, weirdly, it's easier to tell. With this comparison picture, it's great for just kind of comparing the models in terms of details, but they're not next to each other, and it's kind of difficult to get a full sense of difference in scale. Whereas this image, where he's next to other purifiers, the shins on his armor they're thicker, they're beefier. It feels like they're a little bit taller as well. I think the gap between the top of where the knee is and the kind of groin area is roughly the same as it was, but the torso is most definitely longer. You've got an extra... It's like they've added kind of where the stomach is, they've added the same kind of length again to the torso, which does improve the proportions a lot, especially next to those older ones. Actually, putting him next to him, they look a bit dated, and his scale just looks a bit better. But then again, they are getting on a bit, those purifiers. But still, that's a solid model. I like that. Looking good, Mr. Crowe. Looking good. Nice. What do you reckon? Good? Not good? Good improvement? Good update? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, and clear up the idea behind the sword. I'm probably going to go straight over to... I'm probably going to Google it now, but still, let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, videos, grab all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click it if you don't want to. As always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.